Thank you. Thank you. Yay, give it up for Denver Open Media. What a cool anniversary. Hello, I'm Katie Bowman. I'm so excited to be here. Who's excited? That makes me feel good. As you can see, I'm a redhead. I'm just going to point it out there, I am a redhead. And recently I was at work the other day, and I was talking to this woman, and I asked her, so how do you feel about having kids in the future? Open question. And her response, was, bleh, ugh, no way. And I was like, all right, that's your choice. That's your choice. I'm pro-choice, of course. And then to validate herself even more, she kept going. She goes, I'm sorry. It's just my fiance. He has a little girl, and she's a redhead. Ugh. And I was like, you don't say. And then she was like, yeah, and it's crazy because his mom's a redhead, my best friend's a redhead, and then he's a redhead. It's just like psycho people around me all the time. And I was like, no, I totally get it. It's just like how blonde people can say some stupid stuff sometimes. All right. I've been trying to change my ways. I'm gonna change my appearance lately. I've been trying to change my face, I've been filling in my eyebrows, and I'm afraid they know everything. Every morning it's like, what are we gonna be today? Are we gonna be happy today? Are we gonna be angry today? Are we gonna be sad? You can't be sad, because if you're sad, you break the mirror, and that's like 7 years of being clinically abstinent. A lot of people say that I look like my dad. And I feel bad for him because it must suck looking like a pretty lady. It goes a little deeper than that, I have one of those grandmas that's like well over 90. And I feel like when a woman gets to be over the age of 90, she's just allowed to say whatever she wants. Am I right? She earned it. Trump is president. She can say whatever she wants. And my grandma specifically will point out everything about you if you don't beat her to it. So recently I ran into her and I was like, listen, 2017's been a rough year. I gained a little weight, okay? And she was like, yes, I can see that. It's your father's jeans. And I was like, I am wearing dad's jeans. I feel like I look really nice right now. My dad's doing really well. My dad is an attorney, and so he's doing really good, He's living his best life. And my mom hasn't had a job for about 30 years, so she's doing the best. And both my parents like to call me and tell me, like, hey, we just want to make sure that when we die, we know that our little girl is going to be really wealthy and happy and set up for her life. And I'm like, me too. Can I work for you? And my parents like to leave me voicemails all the time of like encouragement, And so sometimes those voicemails will go a little something like this. It'll be my mom usually, and she'll be like, Kate, I was driving down the highway, looking at all the billboards, and I just kept seeing all these gorgeous hands. And I thought, who has pretty hands? My daughter! You could be a hand model. Why not just a model? Click. I get another call from her, and she's like, Kate, I was flipping through Cosmo, looking at all the trends, and I just kept seeing all these gorgeous girls that were just big and curvy. You could be a plus-size model. And I was like, why not just a model? And so I went to the woods, I started smoking cigarettes, drinking a whiskey, listening to Journey, and I was like, you're gonna be a model, posing, sending her pictures of myself. And then my eyebrows, they're falling off, I don't know anything anymore, I start crying, and then I see my hands. And I'm like, these are pretty nice hands. And I'm a pretty curvy girl. My mom believes in me. What am I? So I called my mom back and I was like, Mom, I'm so sorry. You're right. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to be a plus-size hand model. And she's like, don't be so hard on yourself. You look like Nicole Kidman. I'm like, when? Seriously, when? And then I remembered like the 2016 Oscars when Nicole Kidman's just like sitting there clapping her hands. And I was like, oh, okay, I can see those big seal hands. I get it. The gorgeous. My boyfriend, have you ever had that moment where you realize your hands are not the same size but bigger than your boyfriend's and you just grab them? I just feel, I like to talk about bodies because I feel like we're always so hard on ourselves, I knew at a young age, I knew that I was going to hold on to my baby fat because I realized that life was going to be hard and you're going to need some cushion. But in middle school, you're like, no, I hate everything about myself. Mom, Dad, help me, please. And so when I was that age, I was like, Mom, Dad, I need to do something about this. And most people's parents are like, let's send them to a workout camp. Heavyweights is adorable. Who loves that film? Hell yeah, heck yeah. And then, let's get her a trainer, She'll want to see that trainer. She wants to get sexy for that trainer. My parents were like, let's go the super alt route. Let's just get her a weight loss hypnotist. It always brings down the mood. And I'm like, that's what it's like going to a weight loss hypnotist. I can't explain it other than I would go to this hypnotist's office every day, and then I would sit in this lazy boy, and he would talk to me in these looping sounds. Boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, boom, it would be an hour later, and he would be like, you did great today. Yikes. What happened in all those hours? I hope there's not a tape. And part of hypnotism is that you have to be sent home with tapes, so that you don't lose the magic. So you have to fall asleep with them at night, and they ruin your sleepovers, but you listen to them anyway. And I just want to do an impression of the tapes that I had to listen to. They went a little something like this. It would be like 80s synthesizers, just like and then the dude's voice going, you're getting in the elevator, Vader, Vader, Vader. And as you're getting in the elevator, Vader, you're thinking about a slice of pizza, 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 sexy pizza, plug. And as you're thinking about that sexy slice of pizza, you're getting higher and lighter, and you're going up in the elevator, and you're feeling like you don't even need pizza anymore because you're in salad world. Salad, salad, salad. You're lighter. And I just really feel like it backfired because now I just feel lighter when I eat pizza. Every time I'm in an elevator, I'm like, I can smell it. I hit all the buttons like elf style, and I'm like, it's a pepperoni party in here. I got pepperoni tits, and I'm here to smash it. That's also just a really good way to get everybody out of the elevator so you get to work on time. My day job is that I work for a Planned Parenthood clinic. Woo, who's pro-choice? Yay! Or just who gets PAPS, right? Because that's part of being a woman. And it's cool, it's cool. But I'm also a little bit of a stoner, just a little bit of a stoner. Who's a stoner? And it can get a little weird when you work in an STD clinic as a stoner, Just a little too chipper sometimes. It's a little too chipper to be around people that are stressed out. I'll explain. Sometimes people will come in and I'll be like, hi, what brings you in today? And they're like, well, my partner gave me chlamydia. And I'm like, wah, 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 bow, chicka, bow, bow, bow. And then I come back down and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, you know what? You better hope it's chlamydia. You better hope it's chlamydia. It's like the flu of the genitals. It goes away with a pill. It gets worse with HIV results, Sometimes I'm like, this is my soul sister, and I feel like I really know this person, and I tell them, you know what, I'm gonna go check on that HIV result right now. I feel really good about it. And you close the door and you're like, oh, I haven't seen the result yet. You don't know their life. They could be lying to you. It gets more existential. You know, people come in, they're like, I really need to be seen. And I'm like, we're booked. And they're like, no, I just have this thing on my body and I really need someone to tell me it's nothing. And I'm like, isn't that all of us every day in our lives? I had a girl come in and she was like, I just keep pooping all the time. I was like, that is definitely out of our scope of care. And then I started almost pooping myself in the visit. And I was like, oh my God, girl, did our bowels just sync up? When I was single, it was really hard to date and have that as your occupation. Why does like Tinder and all the things have to put your occupation on a dating app, right? You don't want them to come to your work, what? And having Planned Parenthood on your occupation is really tough because people will be like, hey, I donate. Oh, that's cool. Or I get tested. You never hear that. And then some people are really mean. I got one message one time, and this guy was like, you genuinely should have been aborted. I was like, ow. But then I started thinking outside the box, and I was like, it's 2017. At least he's pro-choice, am I right? As a child, it's really... I always grew up with really bad ADHD, and people always try to tell you, like, it's okay, it's not real, or they're like, you're a creative person, like Picasso probably had ADHD, he never finished a painting. And to that, I'm like, I never finished a painting, and I got put on Adderall. It's just like, you can't focus on anything. I'll leave you guys with this. I was at work the other day, and I had a coworker. You ever have a coworker that's like really into like just like shaking their diet in your face, and you're like, everyone's diet is different, And this girl's always like, I have a salad, everybody, I have a salad. Even during Christmas, I have a salad. And she's always like, I gotta shake it up, shake the dressing really well, make sure it's all put together. And I'm like, that's exactly what I do with the salad. I shake it really well, and then I throw it out a window. I go get some real food. I feel like salads are a lot like babies, like my body is biologically craving it. But I don't want any of them because I'm like my dad. I like adults. Thank you so much. I'm Katie Bowman.
Katie, do you want to talk to me for just 1 second? Tell me, how can we find you? How can we track you down? How can we not like relentlessly stalk you, but like go to your shows?
I actually have a showcase in 2 weeks that I run and I host. It's at Call to Arms Brewing Company. It's on Tennyson. Anybody from the Highlands? Woo! It's up in the Highlands, and it's a brewery. It's 8 p.m. It's every second Wednesday of the month. It's called Kickback Comedy, and it's just a stand-up showcase. And you can also find other shows of mine on my Twitter handle, Bad Gal Bowman. I know that's really creative, but.
Thank you so much for being here tonight. Really appreciate it. Great show. Thank you.